Hey guys, Lorena Magana here with New Filmmakers Los Angeles. Today, I'm talking to director Glenn Kiser about his new film, Sabbatical. Let's take a look at a clip from the film.
You know, thinking for yourself again, really being on your own for a while, exploring without worrying about what the other person wants.
And on this sabbatical, do you sleep with other people?
Well, that can be a part of it, sure.
Glenn, why don't you give our viewers a brief synopsis of your film, Sabbatical?
Sabbatical is a movie about a couple, Philip and Sam. They've been together 8 or 9 years, and they decide to take a break, a sabbatical from each other, from the relationship. And so they spend a few months apart from each other, and the short film is specifically, it's the conversation that they have on the day that they come back from taking their sabbatical, when they come back to each other.
What was the process like of working with your two lead actors?
Ross Marquand and Michael Carbonaro played Philip and Sam, and they were just fantastic. We actually didn't have a script until right before we shot, because while these characters appear from the feature film version, the short film isn't a lift from the movie. So I cast them off the basis of just a little improvisational scene that I wrote. And they were fantastic, and then we would get together and actually kind of workshop the idea. It started off with me asking both of them, you know, just a hypothetical question like, if you took a sabbatical, what would you do? And, you know, Ross kind of piped up immediately and said, like, I think I'd go to Thailand. And, you know, so it just sort of like the whole thing kind of mushroomed out of the conversations that we were having. So it was really a great way to work with two very fine actors, because by the time we actually got to the set and started shooting, they knew the characters really well, and in some cases, you know, they had contributed to the actual, you know, to the wording of what they were saying, and so it all felt very natural and real.
How did you come to collaborate with your co-writer on this project?
We actually, we started collaborating, Aaron and I, a few years ago on a feature film script from kind of the same concept. And that script is done, and we're in the process of, you know, trying to, you know, get that movie off the ground. But in the meantime, we decided to do a short film kind of version of it, just to, you know, to kind of get some heat going around the project. So it really started out as a feature film movie, and then the short kind of grew out of that.
When you were shooting this, did you find that because of the work that the actors had done, that it ended up changing your script at all?
That's a really good question, and yes, it has. It has. I think I learned some interesting things about Philip and Sam through the process of the short that's now gone back and sort of wormed its way back into the feature film script. So yeah, absolutely, they've had an influence on it.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.